We're always thinking about this, and I think there's an opportunity here as well. Being in the academics, you're always thinking of something that you can study here, because I think one thing that's probably lacking here are the local cohorts that we need to, as we know, the genetics and the environment, as you said very much earlier on, is going to be different for everyone. And it's just more of a comment, and I'm really happy that the fact that there's no preservatives, the colorings and everything else in your products, because a lot of the times that I think there's problems of not maybe true allergy, but certainly intolerance, and that's going to be a shame, because if you cannot use the full benefits of your products, I mean, or the competitors. I mean, in your case, there's no issues really. And yeah, I'll be really sort of happy to educate and use this in my allergic patients, really, basically. And we'll see how that goes, and take it from there. Thank you. Yes.
No, really, you remain in contact with Dato, and when you can do something, we are open. We had, from Alex mentioned the 3 studies, we had a contact in Nigeria. To Nigeria, we sell quite good the Strath food supplements, and they wanted more scientific evidence on HIV. We did HIV only on 4 patients in Switzerland. And this result we had 1 man over 5 years on Strath, and he never fall into HIV, he never fall into AIDS. He was HIV positive, but 0.2 concentration did. When he fall, he came back over 5 years. And now the Nigerian did a study, and we are in contact. Our Swiss immunologist, Dr. Joller, is now in contact with them, and this should be published in Nigeria. But the problem they had there was the compliance. They had the active group better under control than the control group, and some of the patients from the control or even from the active group, some of the patients took the tablets and sold them. But did not go back to they only came for 1 visit, and for the second they didn't appear anymore. So when you have 14 in an active group and finally only 5 to evaluate, then it's a problem. And the second, what we by chance did in Italy, we had a meeting by chance, reopening when we changed offices. A professor from Florence, from the University of Florence, and she works with stem cells. And she is very strong on bone stem cells and such things. On all stem cells, she has access to the university to get the stem cells, because in Switzerland this would be difficult for ethical and scientific reasons. And then she said she will test the Strath liquid and the Strath drops on stem cells, and the best to test is, you know this better than I, but the stem cells go in 6 directions, I think, at the end in our body cells, and she took the ones who go into bone cells. And she studied the effect of Strath in osteoblasts and osteoclasts, the one which build up the bone, and the others who take away the old bone material. And this study she will now publish. She has submitted 1 month ago to the Journal of Osteoporosis, because Strath had a very good effect therein in strengthening practically the osteoblasts, so the building up of the bones with collagen and calcium and everything was improved, and in reducing the osteoclasts. And so it can be predicted, okay, further research is needed, but it can be predicted that the Strath has like a preventive effect against osteoporosis. And in this study she even had a gene expression marker of a gene which is known for long life, and she said that this was also strengthened with Strath. But we always say we cannot prolong the life with Strath, it is not miraculous. What we try to do, or what should be good, is to have a high quality of life as long as we are present, so like this and not like this. This is what we propose with Strath. And the third study, HIV we have, osteoporosis we have, and one in Switzerland we have now done one on chemotherapy patients, because what I have shown you is radio. And it was always a question, and this doctor is very much interested to do something. But in Switzerland we have certain problems. We cannot work with placebo, because Strath is the #1 tonic in Switzerland, and everyone knows Strath. And when we bring a placebo with yeast, also when we cook it, it may have from the glucans, the monoams, still certain components which gave a false result. So it's difficult to work with placebo. And it's difficult to have a group without Strath. In chemotherapy, we wanted to have a group, a control group, the Strath group and the control group. But you have a consent, you need a consent from the patients to sign that they participate in the Strath study. And we said, okay, can we use you 3 months in the control, and then we give you Strath for 2 years, but just to get the results. And then we found out that these people thought, oh, Strath makes me good, and they went to buy it in the pharmacy. And we had them in the control group, but they took Strath. And this is often a problem.